Ethan to sign divorce papers. Last time I tried, it did not go well.
Oh.
And so I'm hoping that today we can actually get this done.
Welcome to Plathville, Season 6, Episode 5, small summary, recap, whatever you want to call it. If you haven't been following me, or you've seen the first 4 episodes that you haven't seen the first 4 episodes that I did, I am doing a mini recap of Season 6 prior to the new season of Welcome to Plathville airing 7/22. We are doing episodes 1 through 10 of like smaller recaps, and then full-blown recaps for episodes 11 and 12. Why am I doing it this way? Because to this day, I still have not seen the last 2 episodes of Season 6. But let's get into Episode 5. So in the first part of the episode is the little girls being brought back from Barry's by Micah so they can go to Taekwondo. Micah made a comment that he's getting used to seeing the little girls around Ken as a male figure in their life. And then he talks a little bit about how he was never able to do like Taekwondo classes and stuff like that.
I'm happy that my younger sisters get to do all these classes and activities outside of the house that, I wasn't really allowed to do growing up. Right? When I think of where I could be at in something if I had started it when I was that age.
Okay.
There's no telling where I would be at now. I think
fair.
I could have been a professional athlete.
Awesome. Way to go, Amber.
So the older kids weren't allowed to do outside activities outside of the house because they were sheltered as fuck. This is a surface level comment of what Mike is saying, because the things that they were allowed to do is actually a way shorter list compared to things that they weren't allowed to do, which is a fail on Kim and Barry's part. Kim's on camera and said that she had 9 kids at home, so that's why they couldn't do anything outside of the home. But if you rewatch Season 1, Episode 1, they literally say that they keep them on the farm and keep them protected from the outside world. So, a little Cody Brown moment of rewriting history. Like, I know, like, having 9 kids at home is a lot, and Barry was working, and, not everyone can do everything, but what they say in these later seasons compared to what they said in the beginning is where I'm comparing it to. So then, Lydia and Mariah go visit Ethan at his apartment the day after the apology combo between Olivia and Mariah, which is what we saw last episode.
I did see Olivia yesterday. We had a conversation, and it went good.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. I don't know, going into it, I just was like, wanted to really make sure that I'm not trying to, like, defend myself or anything. Like, it was just really like, that doesn't do any good. We see things the way we see things, and I messed up in these areas, and I'm sorry for that.
Her and her fake ass apology. Ethan told Mariah that he's glad that she felt like what she needed to do to clear her heart and clear her chest. And honestly, that's all it really was, in my sole opinion. It wasn't an apology for Olivia. It was an apology from Mariah to herself. Just things that she needed to say out loud in order for her to move on from the situation entirely. That's just my sole opinion. Ethan's telling us that he has not seen Olivia yet on this trip, but she's visiting soon to start, like, packing the rest of her things, divide up stuff in the apartment, and finalize the divorce paperwork. And then Barry and Micah went to one of the Plath properties, and Barry wants to move there and sell the bigger house. And what people don't know is that the Plath family actually owns several properties around the Cairo-ish area. And the Plath big house is actually for sale present day. It's still for sale. It's been on the market since about April. This was a screenshot from yesterday. They are selling it for $649,000, and apparently it needs a lot of work. But in my opinion, that's what took the divorce so long between Kim and Barry, is because they had several properties to divide up, and rumor has it is that Kim wanted all the properties and only wanted to give Barry one, and Barry told her no. But essentially, Barry is selling it for double what they paid for it. It's still on the market. It apparently needs a lot of work, but anyways, Barry and Micah are talking about commitment and how they were taught to court before marriage. The producer asks Micah when Veronica's going to get on camera. Micah tells Barry that people message him all the time to date his dad. And then Micah explains what Riz is to Barry. And then it cuts back to Olivia at the apartment packing the rest of her stuff up, and she needs Ethan to sign the divorce papers, so she was hoping today that would get all done. Now, today Olivia posted, it is June 10th, 2025, July 10th, 2025. She posted an Instagram story today saying that things are finally moving along and she's closer to being divorced, which, God forbid, that woman is just granted her divorce.
To LA a couple months after Ethan and I decided we were done. Mm-hmm. At that time, we had a conversation that ended peacefully. He also said we were done. And I received those words he said at the time, and I said, okay, I think you did the best you could. It wasn't right for me. We'll go our separate ways, but I wish you the best.
Right.
That was my closure. That was my moving on. I didn't know that he was thinking I would change my mind after the summer and move back. He just keeps thinking I'm always going to come back because I did before.
So this has been a repetitive pattern that we have seen on TV since season 2. Ethan thought that she would come back after he gave her a list of 3 things that were his ultimatum on whether or not he would have children with her, and they were terrible. He thought giving her that list and an ultimatum would bring her rushing back. Oh, no. Oh, no. We don't do that anymore. No, we do not.